I hope we change the name of the stream. Okay, we did.
What's up?
Okay. Marbles.
Okay.
Okay. Everything's working.
Good. So, what we
So,
doing today? Well, tonight.
it's Kana Grand Hero Battle. It's final day to do it. I've been too busy to do it, so I have to do it in the next 2 and something hours. But yeah.
Just doing it? Jeez.
Man, I know. That's why I've been finishing the event in the last half hour. Like the event, I was only half done up until yesterday. It's been a nightmare.
Well, shit.
It's okay. We'll be fine. It's not that hard, right?
Oh no, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. By the way, dude, happy birthday. How old are you now?
Too damn old. 27 now.
That's alright. Your life only ends when you're 30. So you still have a couple years. Alright, let's see. The new banner's out, of course. Did you pull on it? How'd you do? I bet you pulled on it.
I did my free rolls and stuff. That was all I wanted. Oh, and I got Ishtar for free.
Oh yeah, we also got 10 orbs, and yeah. Ishtar for free? Really?
Yeah, that's that good shit. She was minus attack, but it's cool.
Well, that's like your birthday present, dude. From IS.
Happy birthday, Marbles. My gift to you is spelling your name right.
Basically.
You're happy.
Okay, so number 1, we're gonna do Kana. 2 hours left. Yeah, I better make sure I get through that. What'd you do today, anyways?
Yeah, mostly just chilled. I'm not doing much till tomorrow, since I also have tomorrow off, and it's Friday, so friends will be off work, and so will I. So I'll do something then. But
Okay.
today I pretty much just chilled. Just had like sort of a rabbit stream, for the people in my Discord. Just watch some random shit. Have you heard of Camp before?
No, what's that?
It's one of those Rooster Teeth shows like Ruby and stuff, except it's actually good and it's actually really funny. It's one of those. It's like, yeah, it's really good. I was surprised at how good it was.
I was just about to say, are you saying Ruby's bad?
Oh yeah, Ruby's pretty bad. It got better over time, but it's nothing special.
I only watched like a few episodes in the first season. Most of the stuff I liked about it was the soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack's pretty godlike. That's a lot of shows where it's like they'll have like a really good soundtrack and a really bad everything else. Kind of like Naruto.
Oh. Okay, that's an interesting way to put it. Alright. So I'm gonna try and get through this first. And then, if we have time, I want to get into the story as well. Also, I have so many level 39 heroes to level. I want to level them all at once to get them to 40. So I get like 7 confessions in a row. I'm gonna try that. Okay. Gonna try to let Mur do this on her own.
Yeah, she can probably do it. I mean, Faye can do it, so I don't see why she couldn't.
Okay. So what do you think about the game being like this, to the point where, like, you know, the more experienced players who've been here for a while or have merges that they could just basically, you know, stack your buffs and then just solo it with like a hero?
It's cute, I guess. I think the real
My problem with the game is, like, if it's like this now, and they still don't care to do anything about it, like, how easy is it gonna get in the future?
or how harder.
You think it's gonna get harder?
Well, if they do more like, if they try to do more like the Fallen Takumi map, I can definitely see them. I can definitely see the game getting some real difficulty.
Fallen Takumi's still my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna try and let Mur solo this. Whatever's quicker is basically what I'm trying to do.
I mean, you still got time, but I suppose.
So I'm trying to live a more healthy lifestyle. I'm trying to, like, wake up in the morning and jog to, like, Subways every morning and grab breakfast or some shit. So I need to try and sleep at a better time. I need to try and wake up at like 8 a.m. nowadays. That's why I don't want to take too long tonight.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Do you do anything to, like, work out or whatever?
Yeah, I have been recently. Like, I kind of started doing a lot more, like, more running than I used to.
Okay.
Other than that, between work, I probably do like light lifting or whatever. Nothing too crazy.
Makes sense. I don't even remember lifting since, like, high school. It's been so long. Let's see. Jared from Subway inspired many people. That does seem to be the case. Okay. Actually, let's go through the calendar first. It's been... it came out.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember back in the day when they had nothing from the calendar? Like, it was just, there's no calendar. It was just so weird. They should have always just done it monthly.
Yeah. Also,
New
thanks for all the
calendar
birthday wishes, peoples.
Yeah, I was hoping you picked up on that because I was starting to feel bad for the people. All right. Starting from May 10th. So basically, the first thing we're gonna get is on the 12th, Illusionary Dungeon, Sanctuary of the Mages. You know, from the way they showed that part of the map, it looks like you can now select. It's possible to have multiple tap battles at once, is what it's indicating to me, like this, because you can just swipe away to the next one. Is what I think it is.
That'd be kind of cool if they bring the older ones back.
Yeah. What if the future of Fire Emblem Heroes is tap battles? Oh man, that kind of scares me. But with how FEH is nowadays, I'm not gonna put it past Nintendo to try something like that.
Sound system coming soon, guys. Get ready for it.
Okay, and then on the 14th is Grand Hero Battle Julius. What did you think of Julius, by the way? You saw him, right?
Yeah, animations are cool. Good art, good voice acting. Too bad the unit itself is extremely underwhelming.
I've been arguing to people that he's basically another Arvis, another, Oliver, another Sias. Like, it's the same class of mages. Slow, moderate attack, high res. So.
No def.
Yeah, no defense too. I'm just kind of worried that they're gonna keep trying to, like, just hardly change a thing with these free heroes. It's been a while since I can truly recommend free hero to, be used.
Yeah, all these kind of lazy mages is underwhelming, to say the least. It's like if you either work on them if you like the character, or you just have them sit in your box and rot.
Yeah.
Or fodder them.
Oh man, that's the biggest issue with my barracks right now. It's filled with free to play heroes. I mean, from Grand Hero Battles, or like or from Tempest Trials, that you just don't do anything with them. Brendan, what phone did you get, man? You said you now know how Reinhardt feels to have a big phone. Okay. Anyways, Grand Conquest is coming back on the 17th. That's good. With the new changes on Grand Conquest, basically the rival domains changes like that, they can't instantly attack you. That's interesting. I think they gotta do more of Grand Conquest though. I think that's like one of the biggest things with potential in the game right now, game modes.
Yeah, if they work on that more, it'll be a lot better. What I really want is some team coordination. Just being able to have some sort of end-game chat where you can chat with people in your circle. I don't know, something.
The one thing I don't like is how, you know, there's so many different outrealms. It's gotten into the thousands now, so like you will never be in the same well, apparently like one time on Reddit, like these two people found each other. That was a big thing. But no, like they can't keep it this big, otherwise it's just minimum interaction with real people. Maybe they should do something like 4 major outrealms, and then people can pick an outrealm to join, and then they'll be randomized from there. At least that way it's still balanced in terms of, you know, people in the game, but at least you can, you know, compete against people you know, and that would make it more meaningful.
Yeah, either that or again, just have the people you random into with the outer realm just, you know, have a way of contacting them or something.
If you could leave a message, that'd be so funny. But then all I would do is like talk shit to the other teams.
Yeah, even if it doesn't have to be against like the other team, just your team in general. Like,
oh yeah,
the minimum.
Yeah, but then people would get upset at their teammates. You know, have you seen like teams where like they literally lost every single territory? Like imagine like what kind of messages those people leave for each other.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. All right, and then so that's the closest big things. Weapon workout quests. It's probably gonna be nothing big. Probably just gonna give us free heroes and maybe some orbs. So, what do you think of the quests in the game nowadays? They kind of just seem monotonous. Not to mention you can just do them in like rival domains, and you just basically don't spend any stamina too. So, yeah.
I mean, it's busy work at best, but I mean that's kind of the nature of gacha games anyway. So. There's not really too much you can do with quests.
That's what annoys me, because everything about a gacha game is like revolving around, you know, the gambling aspect. Now, of course, I know it's, you know, classified as a gacha game, but for a game like Fire Emblem Heroes, you could definitely go down the story route, or like develop or do more of heroes. Like you can have, you know, more personality from them. Like right now, we just level them 40, give them their skills. That's it. Like that's the end of your interactions. There's like not much else.
And then their conversation, and yeah, they could do a little more with that. But as far as gameplay goes, we're at a decent spot. There's always room for improvement, but you know, some more. I can definitely see some more one-on-one time with each unit. Like, have you played Pocket Camp at all?
No. Oh well, yeah, a bit. I played on the first day, and my dream in Pocket Camp is just to fill my camp with cactus.
But yeah, if they give us a little more interaction, that's kind of at least a little bit on the level of Pocket Camp, it'll be a little, it'll feel a lot better to like play with your favorites. Now the thing is with Pocket Camp, there are a set amount of personalities and types, so some of their dialogue does kind of run together. With Fire Emblem, it's like all unique units, so I could see that being a bit of a thing to do for this game, but it would be kind of cool.
No, but the thing I think from Pocket Camp that's coming to this game definitely is making your like own camp. You build your own castle thing, kind of thing. They hinted at that in the survey, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something a little closer to your like main camp, like just expanding your castle basically, where there's multiple rooms and stuff, and you can maybe make it look pretty or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I hope they give us cactus in this game too. So I really just want to camp and fill the cactus. That's all I wanted from that option. Best gacha game is Farmville. Nice. Okay. Thanks, Andrew. All right. Summoning focus, new power. Summoning focus, heroes with combat boosts. Combat boosts like tactic skills.
No,
I
probably
suppose.
Brazos and stuff. So
Oh,
this might be
yeah.
our first Harden banner.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, Harden. Who else is there? There's Brazen attack speed, but I remember that from Winter Robin. I guess somebody could look that up. Summoning focus, new power. There's 2 summoning focus, new powers. Does that just mean a new banner? I guess so.
No, they're not 2 weeks, are they? I can barely read this shit, but it doesn't look like it's a 2 week, barely 2 week banners. I think what it is
yeah.
maybe they'll just nah, I don't know. I was thinking they're gonna have like new units with new skills or something, or maybe they're gonna add new skills to some units and then make a banner for it.
There's definitely a Bridal banner coming back, and then people have been guessing that it's going to be a Groom banner next too.
It'll probably be a Groom banner. I can see
Yeah.
them putting like Ephraim on it, so we can get like a 4/5 from.
Wait, you want Ephraim to be on it? Who does? But Ephraim should marry Erica.
Shush. Anyway, something like Ephraim, Rioma. Let's see. They might do another Robin. I'm not sure.
Yeah, people said it's Crom and Robin. People like Crom, at least Crom, I think. Crom, Marth.
Yeah, or maybe another Crom and a Marth.
Yeah, they might make it so it matches the last year's Bridal banner, so they're spouses.
Well, in that case, then it might be they'll probably put Groom Hector in then.
Yeah.
Or Groom Elliewood. I can kind of see that.
Who marries Charlotte, by the way? Charlotte from Conquest.
Fuck if I know.
Cora and Camilla and Claire for the new power banner. Oh, okay. It just means they're weapon finder. But then you wouldn't really want to pull for any of those because they're 3 to 4 stars right now. Xander?
Unless you just want to save feathers.
Save feathers. Oh, yeah. But feathers are so easy to get now. I don't know.
Well, not for everybody. I mean,
yeah, not for everybody. I know.
New players, people who can't farm, people who are apple cucks. You know, they kind of got it. They got it kind of hard.
Well, that's the life they picked. If you guys picked an Apple device, that's on you. You deserve this.
To be fair, a lot of people sometimes you'll call them out as like, well, I can't really help it. It was a gift from my family, so it's like, yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like, you use what you get.
Yeah.
But for some people, those who like choose that kind of, I guess you could call it a lifestyle, because honestly, people who shill Apple are just kind of like their own being. Like they choose Apple as a lifestyle or something. It's just something they always used to. They're deeply driven into that, and it's like, well, I mean, probably not gonna change those people. Those are the people, like, those are Apple cucks. Not everybody who uses Apple is an Apple cuck, basically.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, well, I love how we went on a tirade on Apple. Okay. And then there's a Bound Hero battle on the 23rd, a Legendary Hero battle on the 30th. So another Legendary Hero, a new one. No idea who it is, who it's going to be. I don't think that's been leaked, right?
No, people are gonna guess. They think Intelligent Systems is using this pattern, but if Lynn is to tell you anything, there's no pattern. They're just doing shit because they can.
Yeah.
But if you want to guess, I'd say it'll probably end up being a Legendary Marth everybody's wanting.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are sort of predicting that the next Legendary will be Fire, or at least another Water. So if it's Fire, it might be Marth. If it's Water, nobody really knows. Unless they just do some stupid shit like Ozra or some shit. I don't know. I hope they don't. We do not need a legendary dancer. Unless it's Nils, and he's like a just because.
But I'd be fine with another Azura.
No, you wouldn't.
All right. Special maps on the 8th, and then another Tempest Trial, Loki's Flames, new hero summoning event on the 8th. Wow. Okay, into the next month, so June. New hero celebration login bonus special or promo in June edition. What do you think of the promos so far? You went for it, right? It's supposed to be good value.
Yeah, they're decent. I kind of like just being able to buy 60 of those coins basically for like nothing. Like when you think about it like that, this game really doesn't have too much pay to win in it, but I don't
Well,
think
outside of Arena.
Yeah, but even then, it's like if you just re-roll your account for the correct things, you know, you can sit in tier 20 forever just because you rolled the correct stuff. It makes sense, but yeah, we don't have too much actual like pay to win. Like, I don't think people would mind if you were just able to outright buy resources. Just like for $5, you get like 50 of the refinery coins. For $5, you can get a bunch of refining stones. Let people buy divine do and shit directly, and just let them basically pay to cut down the time needed to maximize their heroes.
I guess, well, if Nintendo wants to make money, I guess that's fine. I mean, if people really want to do that, I wouldn't do that. I mean, well, I'm so ingrained with this free-to-play lifestyle. Obviously wouldn't, but yeah.
But yeah, it'll be kind of like Pocket Camp, where it's just pay to save time instead of waiting. Because right now, I have an amenity that I'm trying to craft in Pocket Camp, and the waiting time on it is 72 hours.
Oh, I didn't know you were such a big fan of Pocket Camp.
Well, I'm just a fan of Animal Crossing, that's all.
Okay.
It's an alright game though, but I'm still waiting for Animal Crossing Switch to come out.
So Wardle says he wants TT units in the Special Orbs promos, but what good TT unit is left? I thought Black Knight was the best TT unit. Mass Marth, we've gotten so many Mass Marths. I don't think people would actually get excited about that, and I don't think people will value Arden.
Especially considering you have 6 of them, so I have a Mass Marth sitting at +5 right now. I'd love to get more merges for that, just at least 5 more copies, and then it's like, hey, look, I got a completely free to play unit that's like +10. But well, it wouldn't
that would be really
cool
anymore.
But
yeah,
I like the idea, and don't forget about Joshua too.
Oh, Joshua.
Well,
Joshua would make a lot of sense. A lot of people are big fans of Joshua. He's technically a CYL hero, considering how highly he ranked. He was top 15, right, in voting. Marissa, yeah. So Marissa, Joshua makes sense.
Not really.
But Marissa is infantry pulse, so that would make sense too.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I guess more TT heroes from the special ore promos would be cool, especially for newer players.
Oh yeah, either that or just let you buy them directly.
I don't think I'd be down for that. If they just directly gave you an option, like a list of heroes you can buy, I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. Honestly, it would kind of. I mean, it would destroy the whole gacha idea, especially if you can just buy the heroes that you want. Like, let's say not like seasonals, but let's just say you wanted to 5-star +10 a loot, and you can just buy your way to that loot. It's like, sure, it's not as profitable to just let you buy your 5-star +10, even if it did cost a shitload of money. It's like, I'd rather spend $300 for a +10 loot than spend $300 for a +1 loot. But I guess people who like defend the gacha mentality don't understand is that people do have a limited quantity of money.
Yes.
And over time, that does drain even ultra whales. Like, if they can't get everything they want, they do end up getting burnt out on the game and quitting. And it's like, even though you got 3,000 from this one person, you'd be a lot better if you got 10,000 from 100 players who all wanted that character, who could actually afford to get it. And that's kind of the idea about why cosmetic DLC is so popular, and why people don't mind it as far as you know, how people feel about loot boxes and shit. So that's like pretty. So like when you think about it, the gachas on paper sounds like more potential money because you can potentially drain one person out of more money, but it's more ethical and a lot better to just like try to get a little bit out of 100 people. So it's like instead of relying on like one customer to fill your pockets or put food on your table, you can have, instead of one loyal whale, you can have 100 loyal like low-paying customers who will keep coming back, especially if you keep putting out good content. So as long as your content is good, people will keep coming to you, and like I feel like that's the better idea that these gacha games should go towards, instead of like trying to like drain a few people of their money through loot boxes. And that's another reason why loot boxes are just fucking cancer, and why people do not support that stuff on the most end.
Right. Well, gacha's basically a loot box. I mean, we're technically guaranteed to get something, but it's not guaranteed to get, you know, anything good. Though saying that, I mean, I get your point. So
yeah, even then, the value of the said unit is only dependent on the one person. Like, I might get excited for a 5-star Jenny, but the other person doesn't want a 5-star Jenny.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, like, back in the day, like before online loot boxes were a thing, you know, you had tabletops with the trading cards and stuff. Like, the outlier for the reason why people didn't feel so strict about that is because when it comes to those cards, even the most worthless ones have resale value. So for them, you know, you pull a bunch of garbage out of a booster pack, and it's like, well, you can just sell it back. Even if you don't make your full money back, you might get a chance of getting that one rare card that's worth hundreds of dollars. And then it's like, okay, yeah, you can see how this is a pretty lucrative business. So it's like, even if you don't get everything you want, you still have other valuable things you may pick up, and then it's like, oh yeah, you can just give those away. The problem with gacha games and loot boxes is what you're pulling out has no monetary value. You can't give it, you can't sell it to somebody. You can't give it back to the company for like a small amount back. There's like, let's say you were to pull a 5-star right now, and it's like, it was a 5-star you want. You can't just hand it back to the civilian and they'll give you like a percentage of your money back or something. It's like, I
guess we could technically like send them home for some feathers. But that's like the extent of it.
Or another thing is like kind of like, if you think about how Steam trading, have you worked with the Steam trading before?
Yeah, I've sold some of the cards.
Basically that, where Steam does get a little bit back from people trading things they don't want with each other, and it's like, that's one of the ultimate solutions to gacha games that nobody's really thinking of right now, where it's like,
nobody wants that.
Well,
no, the company doesn't want that because people could just reroll and just give each other, like, you'll have infinite orbs and then you just trade your stuff away. Like, that's a big problem. That's why they don't do it.
That's just one of the many risks. But I mean, because you can't just like keep rolling on saying, well, they can put things in place for that, like where if you link your Nintendo account, you can, and it's linked for a set amount of time, then you can do it. But and to keep people from like unlinking multiple accounts, they can permanently tie them to that account, kind of like how Steam does.
But they could just make a new account, Nintendo account, or and link it, do a trade, like, you know, reroll, do a trade, delete that account,
or not quite. Make a new account. They could do and that's another thing they can circumvent by just having you tie, because you're going to be dealing with money for this situation. They'll have you tie like your credit card or some other information where it's like and once it's on that account, you can't do anything unless you go through Nintendo support system to change it, and then it'll be like basically trying to make the re-rolling for like people who want to use this system as convoluted as possible to discourage them from doing it.
But people can still do it.
It's not a perfect system. Like, people are still gonna do it. People do find ways to abuse even things like the Steam trading card system. But at the end of the day, there's other things like you have to put your money into it in the first place. For gacha games right now, like, you know, we do get some of that currency for free, but at the same time, it's not you know, it's not as infinitely abundant. Like, there are ways to prevent re-rollers from like abusing the system, but it's like nobody's really trying to come up with the solutions, or they're like, well, if you use a solution they might do something else. But you have to also think of alternatives. Like, you have to think ahead of like what the possibilities are going to be when you do this kind of thing. You feel me?
Well, I've thought about that in the past. I just don't see it because there's so many loopholes potentially available. Not to mention, as long as there's emulators, people would just make an infinite amount of cards, and things like credit cards you can fake, or you can generate one. Or there's like prepaid credit cards, you put like $5 on it. Like, there's just so much they can do with it. It's why I agree with like a lot of gacha games to not try this system.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really convoluted on paper, and it's like, even if it wasn't like just the whole trading, like, there would have like when people are like, they want the trading, but they don't want it to be complicated. But the truth is, it has to be complicated in order for it to be successful. Like, even if it's like the most inconvenient thing possible, you have to have that bottom line where it's like you have to do so much to do it that you're less, like, the point is to discourage as many as people as possible from trying to abuse the system. If you can, like, they'll have, like, you can have ways where it's like, you know, this one person has their account, they're like, Nintendo, like, the only way to really do it is for like Nintendo just basically have all your docs, and they pretty much lock all of that docs to that one account, like, kind of like have it.
Yeah, but would Nintendo want to do that just to allow that feature? Is what I question.
Only if they think that they can get even just the smallest amount of profit from it, and if it enhances the game's experience by enough. At the moment, I can say that it probably wouldn't at this moment, because, you know, the game is not perfect. It's still a gacha game at the end of the day, but that's just the whole trading thing. But when it comes to buying directly, like, what you want out of the game, like, I will support that 100%. Like, there's no honest downside to that.
Yeah, and then we can see people make +10 Tobins and try and make him good. I mean, I can't wait for that. Yeah. Imagine they give us a new Tobin, Archer Tobin, the proper Tobin, the Tobin that we should have always had. Imagine that. I mean, they could try something like that. Okay. Either way, just summarizing this event schedule, I think the biggest things are the voting gauntlet, which indicates the bridal banner coming back, and it's likely to be a groom banner to mirror it. So that's what the voting gauntlet is going to be about. There's also the Ledger Heroes summoning event on the 30th to the 6th, May 30th to June 6th, and then Bound Hero Battles, Seliph and Julia from June 5th to 11th, and Bound Hero Battle Amelia and Tana from May 23rd to May 29th. And then the Ledger Hero Battle, which whoever the Ledger Hero is. And then the other biggest thing is Tempest Trials on 25th. And I think that's it. It's just like login bonuses for the rest of the way. Yeah, what do you overall think of this upcoming schedule?
It's alright. I mean, if you're not pulling on the current banner, you can just save up and see what happens. Maybe it'll do a read through of the bridal banner, and then people can finally get that bridal in they always wanted. Or nothing happens. Either way, it's a pretty decent setup. I'm waiting for the Tempest Trials to see what new seals we get.
Yeah. Oh, and one of the questions asked was, which character do you not want getting a new form, or that you feel has too many skins? Please don't say Lyn. I'm actually completely okay with Lyn having so many skins. I mean, so many different versions.
I am too, but honestly, Lynn and Robin probably need to chill for a bit. Let's just, you know, get some new characters in here before we throw in more alts. Maybe some more OCs for our legends. Like maybe that Yogurt or the brother of Gantra can also be pullable
Yogurt.
units.
Oh my god.
Yogurt.
She's so cute. If she was actually a hero, I don't know. Like I would try really hard to get her.
I think she might end up being free. That'd be kind of cool if they just gave out some like free non-legendary units throughout the story just to keep you going.
Yeah,
like,
everyone gets yogurts.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I think, judging from what she looks like she could probably be a staff unit or a colored dagger. Imagine her being the blue dagger.
She has a tome though. She has a tome. The tome's
She does?
red. Yeah.
I didn't notice. Okay, well, I guess she could be a red tone.
Yeah, we have enough. All right,
Not that
that's
we
really
have
interesting.
enough, it's just they're all terrible. It's like they're so underwhelming compared to every other mage and the other colors. Actually, she'd
Yeah,
probably
it's
be better as a
unfortunate.
colorless mage. Like, I know that's
No, no.
hell yes.
I'm so sick of. Look, we have the color triangle, and they just keep trying to like break the thing. Colorless right now is like one of the worst classes to pull for until they throw in other heroes. Like,
That's
man,
why we need more. Imagine some more dagger units, or even some
colorless magical heroes, please. That'd be insane.
just some honest colorless tomes. Like that would be great.
I think they made their decision. Micaiah should have been colorless tome, but they didn't do that. So
I mean, loot should have been a colorless tome too, but hey, we're not gonna really argue about that. But over time, this is the nature of gacha games. Eventually, they're gonna start mixing classes to the point where you're not really sure. You're gonna be like, wow, remember when there was only colorless daggers and bows? It's kind of wild. Like I was playing One Piece Treasure Cruise, and they now have there were like the 5 colors. They were kind of similar to how Fez red, blue, green, except instead of colorless, it was yellow and purple. So now what they're doing is they're making new units that are like they're red units, but they're also yellow units. So they'll be like a red yellow unit, and they'll have the advantages and disadvantages of both. It gets kind of wild, but Treasure Cruise is like years old, so we got a while to go before we get that far.
I'd
say third
looking forward to that. Oh well, yeah, that's quite a ways away. Well, it's not barely anymore. We're 3 months removed, but yeah, it hasn't been that long ago.
Also, I don't know if the Elite Spot dev is trolling or not, but he had some picture that showed like cyan colored shit, like the cyan tome and like colored daggers as well as the actual colorless tome. I think that was just Photoshop or something. Oh, there's also another color that's going to be introduced, and it's like gold. Like there was like gold tomes, gold swords, gold axes and shit. I was like,
okay, that's for sure not real. That's not real.
Yeah,
No
I'm
way.
pretty sure Elite Spot is trolling. The Elite Spot dev is just trying to fuck with people, because imagine that being real.
That'd be terrible. Like I think things are okay as is. I don't want anything more to happen at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Understood.
other than colorless tones, I think we're good. Anything else is a little much.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting banner. All right, I'm gonna go through these arena duels, and then we'll go to
Do my best.
finally do the Grand Hero battle.
Shit, why were we supposed to do that first?
Well, it's okay. I'm pretty sure Mer can do it. There's like 2 hours left, so I think we'll be fine.
So, they're gonna introduce super bosses, and they'll be rainbow colored. Imagine a rainbow colored dragon. It automatically has the advantage over every other type, and you're disadvantaged to it
Who
automatically.
next?
Wouldn't it be kind of cool for like a raid or some shit?
That sounds like ass. I don't know. I don't. If this game, if it does that to me, I don't know how I'm gonna feel anymore. It's like they're focused on making these new classes instead of like bettering their current classes. Again, colorless is such a weak color right now. They should be focused on trying to make that good before they try and do more of this stuff.
True. I mean, it's not that weak anymore. I mean, we got Klein in the 3-star pool, and we got Salt in the 4-star pool. We even have Nana in the 4-star pool. Like, it's a lot better than it used to be, but...
It's better than it used to be, but, like, the issue is... What are you gonna do? I mean, for most people, would you pull for the colorless pool is the question. Like, very rarely do you pull for it, because there's the best heroes from it just aren't available. Like Legendary Grima and Halloween Jacob. Like, you would have to wait for these Legendary Heroes banners basically to get a good value from the pool.
Yeah, I mean, all that takes is just introducing more colorless into the pool. But
Which is
only one unit dropping at a time on every banner, it's gonna take a while. But it's like the current what we have in the current pool isn't super terrible thanks to some of the buffs they've gotten, but it's like a lot of those units, they need things from seasonal units in order to like really shine, or they need like something from a 5-star exclusive.
Okay,
like,
but right now it's only Soth and Brave Lyn from accessible heroes that you might actually want to use in tier 20 arena. Like, until healers, their BST isn't like absolute trash, nobody's going to use them in arena. Like, it's just so hard unless you're a whale. So the only two real choices are Soth and Brave Lyn, and they're kind of hard to get. You're not going to easily max them out. And then if you miss out on them, you're going to get like, what, 10 other healers, which you can't really make great use of generally.
I mean, you can do a 5-star plus 10 Klein or something, and it does amazing work. Like the BSC doesn't matter as much as people say.
If you max it out, but okay. Wait, you're a fan of Klein?
Who isn't a fan of Klein?
Oh man, I just view him as fodder now. Just QR and Deathblow, man.
Shall we?
Yeah, but you don't have any other budget archers that you can use. Well, I mean, you have Setsuna.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Setsuna, quad Setsuna over Klein, easy.
Okay, but quad Setsuna's trash. Just use Slaying Bow.
Okay, well, I mean, she could do that. She has that option. Klein wouldn't have that option.
Who next?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Even then, Klein's still cooler. Well,
you took it back. You took it back.
yeah, I'm lying. Setsuna's still best. But I mean, you can do Setsuna or you can do Klein. They're both fine units to do it with. You can do it with Gordon. You have a free close counter.
I wouldn't do Gordon, but okay. Gordon's a bit too far for me.
All right.
Some people would use Gordon.
What can I do?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Some people are crazy.
But then again, why would you use Gordon? Oh, Leon is a 3 to 4-star now. Use Leon.
Okay.
Leon?
Like if you want to do a Brave Bow build, Leon is like definitely
Oh, yeah,
what you want to do it with.
Oh yeah.
Or you can do close counter on Leon, who is vastly superior to Gordon in every way. So there's that too.
Okay.
Charge!
Shit, who else did we pick up? We haven't had a single dagger user other than South.
Who next?
And then healers, it's like nobody, literally. We have not had a new 3-star healer.
Yeah. Well, I'm already thoroughly impressed Nana dropped to 4-star. I mean, everyone called it, but I'm still impressed by that fact. She's so good. I mean, as in terms of being a healer, Restore Plus is just this amazing ability.
Honestly, she's like,
All right.
she's at that point where it's like, why use any other horse healer? Even if you pulled yourself one Elise, it's not going to change anything because you can make yourself a 5-star plus 10 of a Nana and do the exact same job with the exact same results. And it's like, oh, yeah, you're missing like one attack. You're missing like 2 attack at best if you just put on the correct weapon. And it's like, that 2 attack difference is like not worth trying to invest in an Elise when it's like your Nana's like right there, dude. It's like unless you just want to have both of them ready to be built. So it's like whatever. And it's like, so you basically compare it to optimal Elise versus optimal Nana, and where optimal Elise is plus speed and optimal Nana is like plus attack. So it's like you know, at plus attack she's only like 2 or 3 attack less, and if you put fear on, you kind of close that gap basically. So it's like you don't really have a reason to like run Elise unless you just want like a better gravity build with like reposition to fuck with people.
Who next?
And even then, I don't think that much is worth
Understood.
it. But that's just me.
Well, I have to agree, but yeah. You actually got people to talk about close counter Leon as if that's a thing.
Oh, close counter Leon is.
That's not a thing.
That is definitely a thing.
You're wrong. Everyone's wrong here. It's not a thing. Stop it. You don't want this. Nobody wants this.
You definitely want this.
I don't know why you would ever want it. Okay, sure. It's just.
What can I do?
Like if you were trying to pick an archer for close counter other than Takumi himself, you would definitely your first pick would definitely be Leon.
Huh.
At least as far as archers go.
I mean, I can make it a thing. You happy?
TGP, don't make it a thing. The thing is, like, jeez, I would just prefer Setsuna so much easier. Well, I wouldn't do close counter Setsuna, but Garbo Setsuna is pretty damn good. Though I'm a big fan of Quatsuna as well.
Yeah, they're fine builds and all, but her most optimal, and this is for a lot of archers, it's the slaying build. It's like slaying Swift Sparrow with like chill death, and then it's like this build is actually insane. It's like all you have to do is be able to take a hit from like distant counter units, and Setsuna's base defense and HP are just enough to get the job done.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna argue this because I talked about this with Paper one time, and I was like, wow, this is totally iffy with me. Either way, for defense results, how are you guys doing in here? Speedy no, he's fine. You guys just saw it in action.
Why wouldn't you believe in Speed Noe? Like, that's the only thing that makes her not ultra garbage, because you pick minus speed on her. It's like, he can't one-shot stuff. It's like, she's gonna get doubled and she's gonna get destroyed. Especially by things that are blue and green.
Yeah. 0 wins, 2 wins, 2 wins. No defense wins yet. Speed no is fine, but since you of all people use it, we're going to give you a hard time for it. Shut up, Fate. Do you think defense wins got harder with the new arena changes? I mean, now that every bonus hero has extra stat points, they're a lot more usable than before.
Maybe. Because
I'm looking at it right now, and it seems like most people have been struggling. I think I've been just lucky, going up against worse off players or something. One win. Right. So I got 5 wins so far. So Citrus. Okay, Citrus. Wow.
You have 3 wins.
Okay, since Citrus made an instant Regno Astra Ira, so of course you're gonna win a ton. You have 3 wins too?
Yeah. I used to get like 20 and 30 and 40 a week, so.
Oh yeah, back in the day, it was absurd.
Got harder.
Do you guys remember when Brave Lynn was first came in the game? And people just set her on their defensive teams, and then it was like nobody struggled getting defensive wins for like 2 weeks, like 2-3 weeks at the minimum, because Brave Lynn's back then were so good when she first came out. It was just craziness. I still remember when Pease talked to me about doing his Brave Lynn team. He pulled he made 2 plus 10 Brave Lynns, one with Fire Sweep, one with the Mulager bow, and then that would just completely decimate people, because back in the day when Brave Lynn first came in the game, nobody did this Grand Raven stuff, because it was just like, you do Grand Raven for who, you know? Like the rare Bridelia that, you know, people like barely pulled. Like there's just no other terrifying archer basically. So when Brave Lynn first came into the game, everyone's caught with their pants down. Like no, people straight up did not know how to deal with it. So, man, I miss those days. Those days were funny. I legit never got it with defense win with Brave win. You didn't? I used to use her on my defense team until I couldn't anymore. Male Robin meta in the beginning. Well, male Robin meta in the beginning was like out of necessity because of Takumi. But then once Takumi was gone, there was like a big drop off between male Robin's resurgence. And, like, you wouldn't really run male Robin at that point where until Braveland really came out. Then it became a necessity. Yeah, we reviewed the road map.
I never actually did use Braveland for defense wins. Like, my bread and butter was like past Reinhardt.
Pass Reinhardt.
Yes, past Reinhardt with quick impulse Mumbo.
If it wasn't your birthday, I think I might have just booted you. What the heck? And you're serious here?
Oh yeah, that was some. It worked like a fucking charm. Like, you just put pass on horses and just watch people just get like surprised by that stuff. Like, people are so free to pass. Eventually, I moved on the Wings of Mercy because.
Was that a bad pun?
I eventually got a bunch of Wings of Mercy because Kane would not fuck off.
Yeah.
So I would just do like quadruple Wings of Mercies on shit now. Right now, when I'm lazy, I'll just throw in like my core arena team in a bonus unit. Just
yeah, that's what I do.
Something. And then I'll switch to like some gimmicks or something, where it's like here's instant Aether Setsuna or some shit like that.
All right. Okay, finally, gonna start on Kana. Hopefully we don't run out of time here. Shouldn't. There's still like 2 hours.
There's still like 2 hours.
Let's go.
I could still use Kane because I keep getting more units that with like Wings of Mercy. Yeah, I could use more Kanes. I only have one left. Anyways, Kana says, no one's gonna take Mama from me. I'm staying right here to What? Right here for roar. What the heck is this? Okay.
Kana says you're not gonna take him away from mommy's milkies.
Wow. What the heck? That was like. Is Kana autistic? I'm not gonna make that joke. What the heck? Alright. So, do they move? I don't know that.
They do not move.
Okay. Then I'll take the first fight versus these. I'll put her, well, no. I have to put her right here. Yeah, right here.
You should be able to position yourself directly onto the defense tile.
Yeah. I could do direct defense tile as well. So, I'll try it out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Are any of them buffing? There's no buffing.
There's a fortify on them, but
oh, yeah, from that. Okay, I should be fine.
That way.
I'll take defensive tile buff,
Best
yeah.
wishes.
I won't have buffs going past this turn, but I believe in her ability to. Okay, well. She'll kill other things at least. I'll make it a thing and just watch me. This is Shu AMP. Alright, sorry, trying to focus and trying to get past this.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, the green mage has guard.
That's fine, that worked out in my favor. Because of that, I got to 69 this bow cav.
Nice. Everyone in the chat type nice.
It's noontime red Manaki, which makes this a lot easier for me to deal with. Okay, so I think.
Yes. Best wishes.
Nice. You got everyone to type nice. Nice.
That way.
All right, I need her off the tile.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Alright, like this.
Wait, just let Sheeta hit it.
No, I'm trying to solo.
Fine.
Fine, yeah.
That way.
What? There's no other guard to worry about.
Yes.
We're just gonna take a lot of damage, unfortunately. Ideally I should try and get over here. Try and take these two first and get my Ignis to kill the Manakete. Because it's all gonna depend on Ignis trying to kill this dude. Yeah. I'll try and solo it first. If we can't do it through a solo, we'll do it proper.
Let's go.
Okay. Actually.
Of course.
Yeah, actually. Actually, I should be able to draw him here to... Huh. No, actually...
Best wishes.
No, I think I have to stay there. I think the AI would might rather attack Azura instead. Yeah, so I'm gonna just leave her there. Let's see it. It's gonna to completely depend on Ignis.
It's high noon.
Okay, if we attack one time.
Best wishes.
I think this is it.
May this new year bring us both good fortune. That way.
You can get the kill. But then I would need to somehow draw Azura out of range.
Yes?
If I get the kill there... Huh.
If you hit the mag, well, it wouldn't be... What you could do is, if you kill the red mana, you can just,
This way?
I was gonna say repo Sheeta, but I guess you forgot to put the shield on her. Never mind.
Best wishes.
No, I have to take this like that. I'll have to repo like this to get Azura out of the range. So, okay.
That would just put Camilla in range.
I don't think he'll want to fight Camilla,
I
is
will
the thing.
protect them.
I think I can entice him to fight Myr instead.
What next?
Not really.
No, he took it.
I thought that was actually going okay. 2 HP.
2 HP. It depends on other guys doing no damage now. So no damage. And then now I get Ignis. So I just Ignis this dude.
This way?
0 times 2, 0. Oh my god. No, he has Vantage. Alright. It was a smart plan. It's just we can't get past the Vantage. Oh.
Wrecked.
How about, I don't know. How am I supposed to get, I can't get past Vantage. I can kill everything else, I just can't get through the Vantage.
Of course.
Jeez, this is annoying. This could have been a solo. It's all about somehow positioning Myr.
Yes?
Positioning Myr to kill this Manakete with an Ignis is what it entirely depends on. Imagine if that Manakete had Lightning Breath plus. Yeah.
Best wishes. Certainly.
Well, we'll get the win, just not a solo.
This way?
Nah.
Yes.
Well, I guess Camilla's gonna finish it off. Alright, well, close enough. Not really. Hardy Bearing, but if we use Hardy Bearing, we can't use Iota's Shield, which means the 2 archers kills Myr instead. So there's a trade-off there. I know a lot of times when we have these struggles. People are like, just switch your seal or switch your skills or something, but it leads to other issues. Hi, it's good to meet you. I'm Kana. My mama's corn. I can turn into a dragon and then, wow, can I fight? Is he like 10 years old?
Well, yeah, they're literally children.
Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't gotten that far in Conquest. I actually have to start putting my Conquest playthroughs on YouTube. Nobody knows I'm playing. Well, people know I'm playing, just not most of the YouTube crowd doesn't.
Hey, new chapter of One Piece is out.
You read One Piece?
Oh yeah, they're on chapter 904 now.
Holy shit. Alright, let's just get the rest of the Kanas. Oh shit.
Best wishes.
He's right, run hardy bearing seal, sack Mikasa for Iowa shield on A slot, give Mer lightning breath plus.
Do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Fate. You know, I wouldn't even put it past you for that to be a real thing from you.
That way.
I love you, man, but I also know the extent of what you could do and what you could say. Guys, what do you read? For me right now, the only thing I'm reading, the only thing I've been reading is Attack on Titan. That's it. I haven't read anything else. Well, actually, Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga are the two mangas I'm reading currently, up to date on.
Man, I could not get into Attack on Titan for some reason.
What?
It seems like an alright show, but I don't know, I guess it's just not for me.
Huh.
At the moment though, I'm reading One Piece, Tokyo Ghoul, and Boku no Hero.
Oh.
I need to catch up on Boku.
I've decided just to watch that. Hey Julia. MHA says Temjin. Yeah, you guys really like it.
Yeah, the thing is with My Hero, it's kind of too big to just like. What I do is I'll read it, and then like when I know like a really good fight's coming up, like they just did the one in the forest or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that to get animated.
Hold on, I'm 3 episodes behind, so don't spoil me, guys.
Yes.
I think it was the 3rd episode, and it's not too far off.
May this new year bring us both good
But
fortune.
yeah,
This way?
yeah, I guess I'll keep the spoilers out, but yeah, when like a really good scene I know is gonna be like really well done animated. Like that's what I did for Naruto. I couldn't stand to watch Naruto.
Oh
What next?
Jesus!
For obvious reasons.
Too much filler, yeah.
I'm like that with One Piece too, but One Piece's anime is fucking garbage. Like it's like 6 levels of garbage. That's like, oh my god, how can a manga this good have an anime this bad? It's like early Dragon Ball Super levels of terrible animation.
I just realized we could have just triggered him to use Vantage, and then we could have just attacked with Ignis.
I won't lose.
It is possible to solo. Oh my god, we could have soloed it earlier.
When you had that one cooldown left.
Yeah, when I had that, I could have just attacked him.
Well, maybe. You probably would have took too much damage from the Vantage, because if you had took that attack twice, you definitely would have died.
Hold up, I'm gonna try it real quick.
I'll do my part.
I think we could do it. I think we could solo it.
I don't know. I don't think Mer has the res to justify trying to do it. At least not off a defense tile anyway. Like if you were to say use seal attack, you could probably do it, but I don't know.
Best wishes. Yes?
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna believe. I think Mer can do it. I've been a firm believer in Mer for a long time now. Okay. 41 defense, 53 attack. Mer will do 0, so if I place her here, If I place her here, he'd actually still go for, well, she'd still go for her.
Of
Alright.
course.
Okay, let's go. No! Okay, we gotta start over again. My bad. I thought... I was so certain she would go for Burr. Whoopsies.
Yeah, AI is kind of funky like that. You change one little thing in your strategy and they'll just do completely different shit. Like, I was trying to do the duo with May and Bowie, and it's like, I would just change one thing on their build or attack in a different sequence, where it's like, okay, we're gonna attack this instead, so the green mage attacks first or second, and it's like, the green mage just turns around and goes after May instead, and it's like, god damn it.
Yeah. You wanna know why, Nim? Buffs. You're right. It's just I figured she would still do more damage on Myrrh, but see, it's 11 versus 17.
You know what else would be really good on this map? Harsh Command.
Let's go.
Oh, that's true. Harsh Command. Okay.
Wouldn't be a true solo, but hey, that's something.
I've given up on true solo. One of the worst things about making YouTube videos on Grand Hero battles are people like, that's not a true solo. I'm like,
This way?
yeah, that's not a true
Best
solo.
wishes. Certainly.
Everyone just wants to see like, I don't know what they want to see anymore. If you want to do a true solo,
Because it's like, you know, again, team-based game, and it's kind of cute seeing them two together, so, you know, gotta play with your OTPs as well as your waifus.
yes, I completely agree with that.
Like with IDC Sao, you know, he's got his one team, and his whole thing is using that one team for literally everything possible, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
You know, his Hector Tharja, blah blah blah.
oh yeah. Crap. How do I escape battle?
This way?
0 times 2. Yeah, gotta watch out for that.
That way.
42 defense versus 47 defense.
Yes?
Alright, that's good enough for me.
Let's go. Best wishes. Hmm? I hope your new
Nim, look at
year
this
is
pretty work
full
I
of
just got.
wonder.
Oh shit! Double Shakire?
Certainly.
Congrats, Julia. I heard you got Neffy too. I mean, you said you got Neffy. I need to make a video on that. I'm really annoyed at like what Ice is doing. I mean, we should have power creep. I don't disagree with that. It's just, geez.
It's not really power creep. It's so much. This is just natural progression. Power creep, in a sense, would have to be something like. And this is another thing where people just throw around terms they don't really understand. It just looks kind of dumb. But really, with the thing with this so-called power creep, it's not really power creep, because at the end of the day, for it to truly be power creep, it would have to be something like you go away for a while with like this Hector in your barracks, and you come back a year later, and all the new content you just can't take your Hector into because he just gets fucking destroyed, because it's like the game isn't suited for like Hector anymore. It's like he's outdated to the point where you cannot use him in current day content, and it's just like, well, forget about that. And it's like, that's the thing with this game. It's like pretty much nobody can be power creep so long as they keep introducing skills for them to be even halfway relevant. It doesn't matter if Athena has objectively worse stats than Mia if Athena can still clear all the content in the game. Because sure, Mia can do it maybe a turn or two faster, but at the end of the day, again, your Athena can do it. Your Athena is still viable. Your Athena is still more than playable. And it's like, she's not outdated so much as their better option. And that's one of the things that's really healthy about this game, is like, even if they make something better tomorrow, it's like, as long as they're not building content around that stronger unit, then your character will always stay more than useful. And I think that's one thing people don't notice about like how you feel about the current state of the games, like kind of stagnation, where it's like things are starting to feel too easy. And it's because like they're trying to keep the power creep in check, like by making things progress in a way where it's like eventually things will get harder, but there are going to be skills and weapons available for those low tiers like Odin or some shit, where it's like if you really want to, if you like that character, you can take them into the new content and come out on top. Not to mention team-based game, you have 4 units, you can definitely work something out.
Let's go.
And that's how I feel about that. This doesn't feel like power creep to me, because it's not power creep. It's just the game's natural escalation. There's no difficulty spike. There's no power spike where people are thinking like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna have a 190 BST armored unit where that's just gonna completely invalidate units, and then they're just gonna build content around that 190 BST unit because they kill everything in the game. And it's like,
but the problem is, yeah, I know, but the problem is he shouldn't be able to have higher BST. Because the fact that, okay, he's a flyer, right? He's a flying lancer. So there's already handicaps in being a flyer in comparison to normal BST. Well, a minor one, but there should be something there. Like, he has advantages, not to mention he even has a special, really good weapon. So, like, it's so in his favor that, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to do like that.
yeah, but then it's like, what, you don't like Shigure? Just put that lance on Katria. Give that 5-star ass a nice ass weapon, basically. And it's
Okay.
like, you can have Katria do the exact same thing, and it's like, okay, that's cool. I mean, sure, her stats are arguably objectively worse, but
Yeah, and that'd be the problem.
And it's like, it is a problem, but it's like at the same time, it's like it's not a big enough problem to where it's like, wow, I kind of wish these older units would get a BST boost or something, where it's like,
No, they can't even do that. No, but the problem is for people, okay, when you have to make a point range to make it in arena, for people who can just go to these units, it's like something that you just can't catch up on. If somebody did +10 Shigure, you really just can't catch that nowadays. Like, unless you also did +10 Shigure. Like, that's the worry, because a tier 20 arena has such a limited amount of space, and you know, progressively people are getting pushed out of it.
yeah, like really the only, but this isn't really a problem with the game entire. It's really just arena and the way they score things, and this has been a problem since the beginning of the game. Like Shigure, I mean, units like Shigure, the child units, the people with the village BSE and whatever, like, they do exacerbate the problem, but the problem was always there from the start because of how arena is handled. Like, they don't really change anything other than you might need to change one unit, but the fact that you can still sit in tier 20 with like a fully built team of +10s that aren't 5-star exclusive, and just some half-assed premium skills, and maybe one close counter or distant counter, which is now free, then if you can constantly sit in tier 20 with just that, then it doesn't really feel like a problem. It doesn't feel like a problem to most people because they already have the answers to stay in tier 20. But if they want to change their team up, then it's like,
but people have to change their team is the problem. Like, if you just don't have a choice at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you run like 4 low-scoring units, then it's like, yeah, that was a terrible idea, and now I have to change my team, and it kind of sucks. But like, I guess.
But that's the problem, right? If you look at it that way, how do you match BST with Shigure? Like, even if somebody did Effie, who we can agree, you know, armored unit, if somebody planned ahead and they used Effie from the very start, he has the same BST range grouping as Effie. He actually gets the same BST. But the person who picked Effie from the start, they're now being matched by a new hero. So the problem is not what Shigure is right now, it's what comes after Shigure, at which point that Effie you picked up right from the start is invalidated. And most people didn't even do that. They picked something far, far less hot. Like, Armor already has enhanced BST. Like, they don't even have that option anymore. It's going to be gone.
Let's go.
And that's the problem in my books.
Let's go.
And I mean, yeah, I kind of get that. Like, at the end of the day, it's a problem with BST being a requirement to rank high in arena. Like, that's what we need to fix. Like, it's like if arena was like the only thing that mattered to people, then it'd be like, yeah, I kind of get how BST kind of sucks in that kind of sense, because it's like, you know,
but they're okay.
I don't know how I'm trying to say this, because it's like, I don't know. I guess because I had made good decisions and I'm kind of a narwhal anyway, so like I can change
Best
them,
wishes.
but for other people I know they can't do that. But
Of course.
it's really a problem with how BST is handled in arena, and that's how I see it. I don't see the BST
Best
itself
wishes.
being a problem. It's just the way that you can't really use who you want to rank high.
Yes.
Right. No, okay. No, okay. Effie should score higher, but they're in the same BST range. They're both 160. They're both in the 160 range. Effie is just 169, and I think Shigure is 162, right? But
They're in different bends then. He's on a lower end. It's 160 to 164, and then 165 to 169. But I
Then-
see where you're coming from. It's slow. They're slowly gonna catch up.
right, and
And then the only way to do that is to the only way they'd be able, if it goes that far, knowing Nintendo, they will put in fixes for that. Like, you already see where we're getting new weapons and stuff for older characters who were either underused or unpopular. Like,
okay. Yeah, I get it, but also, guys, for the bins, it's just 2 points, isn't it? That's the problem. It's just 2 points. You can go for Effie, and all that planning ahead, you get a 2-point advantage, which is insignificant considering what they could do. Like, you would have to plan so far ahead that you would have to like stick with armor, is what I'm saying, and that doesn't really work out for most people.
That's why you'll hear people.
Your new year is full of
Well,
wonder.
people haven't really been using this turn yet for Fire
Let's
Emblem
go.
Heroes, but this is basically what, if you look at a unit like Hector, who is basically what we call future proof, where as the time goes, this unit
Certainly.
just never loses his viability, he never loses his relevance. And that's because at the beginning they gave him everything that they needed for that unit to just basically be perfect. And it's like,
For
sure,
all
not every
humanity.
unit's like that, but you can sort of future-proof certain units. Like, even if you
guys
wanna
are-
argue for Epi eventually getting outdone by like some flyer with high BST, it's like,
Okay, I just want to clear it up
as long
because
as
people
that
aren't
Epi
understanding
can
that.
keep the person in tier 20, then there might be a little myth about it that more people are matching them, but as long as they can like stay relevant with their team, then they're gonna be fine with it. And like eventually they might give like units like Epi and Gwendolyn like legendary weapons, and that'll push them even higher than they are before, and that'll keep them relevant, that'll keep them future proof. And
Okay,
the viability of the units are already made future proof with the current skills they have. Like, your armor unit with Bold Fighter is more than likely never going to go out of style unless they introduce something that
but I just want to make it
breaks
clear.
Bold Fire.
Effie is the best case scenario if somebody had planned that ahead. The direct comparison is somebody went into Cordelia instead of Shigure when Cordelia is still 4-star locked. In that case, you have a 4-point difference. I'm not saying 2-point difference is an insignificant amount. It is a significant amount. What I'm saying is that's the best case scenario. Somebody planned so far ahead, they picked Effie over Cordelia. More common situations is that they pick Cordelia over Effie, because nobody thought of it like that. They would rather go for a hero they like. And in a direct comparison, Cordelia versus Shigure is the most direct comparison. In which case, you have a 4-point difference. And it's the same case, 4-star locked heroes. That's the problem. It's... You guys are like...
it
That's
starts to make a little more sense then, because it's like, as far as scoring in arena, then like that one factor kind of goes toward the newer units, but at the same time, it's like you know, there's still more than Arena. Like your unit, as far as scoring might change, but their viability, they're not they're still there. They're still more than fine. But like, I get what you mean, but this all boils down to Arena needing this change where the BST isn't like the thing that influences whether or not you stay in tier 20, because again, this isn't exactly a skill-based game in a sense.
Exactly.
I mean, it does
and that's the
require a little
problem.
strategy, but you know,
That way.
as time
Yes.
goes on, people will
What
have
next?
guides out
Best
on how to
wishes.
stay around. So like, new players coming in will always be able to know that you should use
This way.
Soleil and
Best
Soft
wishes.
and
Let's
Shigure
go.
and
Of
stuff like
course.
that. These
My
people
worry
are, like,
is within a couple
behind.
months. Yeah, but my issue is, like, even if they right now they plan it out like that, in a couple months there might be something else, just like, you know, within 5 BST higher, or like just a couple BST higher. And that could be a big problem. It's like it is progression, right? And that makes perfect sense. It's just you're now shoehorning people who have like committed so hard in the past. Like my problem is, even if they had the foresight to see ahead and give themselves the best case scenario, who knows in how many months that best case scenario doesn't even work out. That's the problem I'm seeing right now. For the people who really started from the start, where back then everyone just said, you know, use whoever you want, just get more merges, you'll be fine, right? Yeah, for those people, they're screwed now. That's the issue.
That way.
Yeah, but this is like the big what if. What if the next blue lance flyer, because you know damn well it's gonna be a blue lance flyer, comes in with like a 170 BSC? You don't know that that's even a consideration in the company's mind right now. They might
May this new
start.
year
They
bring
might
us
stop
both
at
good
165, just like they stopped the armors at 175. Like we don't have like a
Right,
don't have
we
it
can't
yet.
say
Like,
for
we
sure.
don't have that 176, 177 BST armor unit yet. We might get that, but we don't know that. They might figure out a way to let BST inflate as much as they want and like not kill people's like older units as far as arena goes. But that's just the plan. We don't know what they're planning yet, and
We don't, but
kind of have the answer to what they should do right now in order to fix that problem. And
It's
that's just fix BST being a part of the score so much.
right, and if they do that change, they'll piss off Wales, who like legitimately committed just to stay in. Is what I just don't see what they can do from this point. Either way, they're gonna piss more people off.
The only thing they can do, and I'm not sure why people feel like they're not allowed to do this, because they are. And I mean, I guess it was just missed from like other gacha games or whatever, but they can, if they really wanted to, just make some special items or something where it's like, okay,
They can do that, yeah.
they'll allow you to like put this on an old unit and just be like, here you go, 5 more BST, put it where you want to. That would actually be kind of crazy. Or maybe they'll have it set to where each unit already has a set where that extra 5 BST is going to go, and you can't just pick it yourself. Either way, they can make ways to you know, if they want to keep the way BSC is handled right now, they can just do that. And it's like, you know, put master seals in the game and be like, so that'd be kind of cool. It's like, okay, here's 5 BST for your old ass unit, and it's like, here you go. And it's like, they can do that, and that's one way to fix it. Like, there are other ways to do it, but I think that's like the most direct way to like
They can do that, yeah.
keep older units fresh.
Right.
Like, they don't have to nerf anything, but only buff, because this is a gacha game and it's not super competitive. So it's like your only way to go is up. So over time, these older units are going to get new weapons. They might even start putting new exclusive skills on these units, where it's like, maybe one day we'll get a Zama with Divine Retribution, and that'll be kind of lit. and that'll make him a viable healer. Well, he's already a viable healer. It'll give him something unique, and they'll keep people liking it more, and wanting people to invest in older units because they're their favorites or something like that.
And that's the biggest thing with me, right? Like, what kind of message do they send across with their favorite heroes? Like, if somebody picked out Lyn from the start, and now they have to deal with like Soleil's, right? Maybe their goal is to not. Well, then Arena really has to change, because if Fire Emblem Heroes is about, you know, going for heroes you like, at some point, and with the progression they're going through in a year, it might not be possible to stay in tier 20 with, like, you know, just the heroes you like, even if you max them out at plus 10. That's my worry at this point.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, it's okay still, but it's just like with each season, I can tell, you know, we're getting squeezed out of it. And even with planning, like, even if I progress into armor, like, I have a bunch of doubts there as well.
Yeah, and then like I'm kind of optimistic about it, because you have to look at what gacha game we're playing. Like, this is a Nintendo gacha game. Like, this is a gacha game that's not like any other gacha game. It breaks so many rules for gacha games that it's ridiculous. And it's like,
but do you trust Nintendo? But do you trust Nintendo? This is what I'm asking you.
When it comes to fun, maybe not their business practices, but when it comes down to just sitting here playing a game for
and having fun,
I trust Nintendo with that.
Same.
That's why I don't feel so pessimistic about like what their plans may or may not be, because as time goes on, like, Nintendo's gonna break into the phone market even more, and they're just gonna keep shattering people's expectations and boundaries of what should be in a gacha game, and how uncancer and how little suffering you need to have to enjoy a gacha game. Like, that's been Nintendo's MO since the start, and it's been about the fun. Like, they want to put the fun in the gacha. They want people to feel like they're not wasting their money too hard.
Too hard, yeah. Yeah, you have to add that part.
Because at the end of the day, you're still gambling when it comes to the gacha part of the gacha game. So it's like, they can't really make that perfect unless they soften the blow as much as they possibly can. That's like, even if you pull like a bad IV 5-star, you still pull a 5-star. And if it's a unit you like I have absolutely no problems pulling a minus attack loot and saying, yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna use her anyway. But it's like, because it's loot, and then I'm gonna play with loot, and playing with loot is fun for me. So that's what it comes down to. Is like, they want to try to keep that going, and that's very honorable. Like, I can't fault this one company for doing the one thing that other gacha games just simply do not want to do, and be a little bit generous for people. Like, oh no, if you're generous with this, they're gonna lose money, and it's like, I mean, I get it, it's a gacha game. You're thinking, oh, it's all about the money, but remember, this is a Nintendo gacha game. It's not all about the money. It's about the money and the fun. Because if you get loyal customers and that'll have fun, they'll gladly spend more for like some shit, like a 5th Lyn. It's like, I have all 5 Lyns now, by the way. And that's how I feel about that. It just all comes down to if the company is competent enough to see the problems in their games and solve it. Like, we're already getting a few changes to Grand Conquest and stuff after just giving them a little bit of feedback, and it's like, if they can do that much, who knows what they'll do with the rest of the game.
The thing is, if I would trust Nintendo a lot more had they just put in IV, something to adjust IVs, like a IV randomizer. Like, you spend like 10 orbs and they give you this IV randomizer, and it randomizes the IVs you have on your hero. That way you don't have to re-roll, keep rolling for another one. I think that would have made a lot of sense. And had they done that, like, they have to give me inclinations to trust them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool too. I think when it comes to like long sought after problems, they probably have the answers for them, and they're just waiting, biding their time to like trickle them all out over time. Whereas, like, you saw the fix to the summoning pool that people begged for forever, and like,
fixing music too.
Oh yeah, they fixed the music. People were like,
But that
yeah,
took forever.
the
Yeah,
music-
that's the problem.
Yeah, it takes forever, but it's like, you know, sometimes they do stuff immediately. Some stuff they take their time with because they're like waiting for a big update or something like that. And it's like, if they're a little faster about it, I can see people trusting them a little more with it.
Mhm.
But you know what we have now, it's like the fixes do come in over time if people yell loud enough. And it's like, I think people,
Let's go.
I think they're getting the idea, like, we just had a banner that
You got
we
it.
haven't had a banner in a while that hadn't had an alt on it, and we finally got like a banner with permanent characters with no alts. And I think, and it seems like they're kind of happy about that. I do kind of wish if they did make alts, they'd put them on separate banners or something, so you can still get 3 or 4 new characters per banner. But you know, I'll let them work that out as we go along, because you know, I can trust them just enough to eventually get it right or take their
Yeah.
time with it. It's not like me waiting for the L-Sword devs to fix PvP or some shit like that. Where
I mean, if you're coming from something like that, you'll obviously be really happy here.
yeah, if you're coming from stuff like,
Best
and
wishes.
I played a few other gacha games too, like One Piece Treasure Cruise and a little bit of FGO, and it's like, when I think about how much suffering are in those games, and then I come to this game, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I definitely feel a lot better about, you know, trusting their judgment on like when to implement some quality of life features.
Oh yeah, this recent update had so many of those. I thought you cut out for a moment.
Nah, I just got tired of talking.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Yes.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Let's go.
Like I didn't want to be the only one thinking about this stuff. The most annoying part is when you try to explain this to like just normal players who aren't as invested in the game, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my bottom line is fun. Like, if you make your game fun, then I'm obviously not gonna have trouble putting in a little bit of money here and there. And I think that's and I think that's what most people kind of want out of these games. Like, they want their games to be, they want these phone games, these gacha games to actually be games, and sometimes they're just not. Sometimes they're just like an okay story with like some half-ass RPG-esque excuse for gameplay, and it's like, I mean, if that's your thing, cool, but sometimes you just want a little more. And it's like, sure, this is like just watered down Fire Emblem, but you know, it's still Fire Emblem. So if you enjoy this kind of aspect in games, like, you're still gonna kind of like it, even if it's not like the best, like the best Fire Emblem experience. It has its charms, but it's, you know, it is what it is.
Well, that's true. I guess as well, they're limited here. If they really want to make a experience that, you know, Fire Emblem fans would really like, it has to be different from the Fire Emblem games. I think they did strike up a good balance of Fire Emblem Heroes.
I'd say so too.
All right. By the way, Rimbo really wanted you to check out his Soleil. I'll show you right after this. So with the Rhine thing you guys are talking about, easy to use, low scoring, Wendy and Sheena hard to use and score higher, right? I mean, the problem is, yeah,
like, it's all about challenging yourself. Like, sure, you can blow through all of the game with like Reinhardt, but wouldn't it be more fun to use characters you like or use characters that are considered low tier? That's why you'll see like low tier runs of like Fire Emblem games where they don't use like good units. So they'll try to clear FE6 with something like Lilina, Sophia, Gwen, and like some other garbage units. And it's like, I think part of that just comes from the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But if the unit is quality, and it's like, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from killing enemy Reinhardts with your Gwendolyn in this game, because at the end of the day,
well, she can do it. Yeah.
So many. You can even do it with like something like Lilina if you like really tried hard enough, because you can set yourself up with so many incomparables that you can just come up with the most bullshit example of why you can just use anything you want, especially if everybody scored the same, or we had something that was a little more let's say interactive when it comes to arena, if you catch my drift there. You know, a bit of a more live experience.
Yeah, I was about to say, you want real PvP?
Oh yeah, I do honestly. I want some real PvP, but there are two ways that it can go horribly wrong. And one of the common complaints is turtling, which I don't think will happen with these games' small maps. And the other one is just trying to one-turn the entire enemy team, which is the most likely candidate, where people will stop building armors and they'll build flyers, where it's like you just want to do like some Gale Force bullshit on the enemy. And it would be kind of crazy at first and kind of wild to look at, but it will ultimately be kind of that, and then it will also be kind of cancerous to just be like, you kind of have to deal with like the most cheesiest bullshit ever. That's like really hard to deal with this game, because even with all these incomparables, there are still setups that are just almost next to like foolproof. Like, it'll be really hard to try to fight something like making a setup where it's like, here's like a heavy blade Miracle Reinhardt that's just supposed to run in and supposedly suicide, and then you have triple Wings of Mercy behind it, and they all have like Gale Force and shit, and it's like, it'll be like, you can just do this crazy setup where it's like you can one turn or extremely cripple the enemy team to make them surrender. And then imagine if we had stuff like chat in the game. Ooh, I'd love to get a taste of some of that toxic ass salt. That would be one hell of an experience. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I like the idea of live PvP, but I know what it would. I know the kind of environment that would come with it. So it's wishful thinking, but maybe not.
You know, if they gave us that option, hey, imagine if you could change your hero's message when they go to other people's castles. But yeah, you're right. That'd be hilarious.
Like you, Rimbalme Mixer, I too bathe in salt daily. That was one of the things that actually kept me attached to Elsewhere, was just like being good at PvP and just watching people get extremely angry and calling me every racial slur in the book just because they lost in a video game. Like, I fucking lives for that shit. That just made me want to get better at the game. So I'd be so good at the game, even I can make the top players like get salty and just like get mad at me, and I would just record that shit for people's entertainment, because that's like the best way to fight toxicity with that kind of stuff. Like, these toxic players, instead of being like, oh, we should get rid of them, no, what we should be doing is we should be just naming and shaming them. It's like, oh wow, this dude just called me a nigger for like the 30th time in this one match, and it's like, wow, dude, I'm gonna throw that shit on YouTube so we can laugh at that. And it's like,
yeah, it gets mad views too.
If you ridicule these types of people, and they're gonna be less inclined to be like that online, because they don't want to end up in someone's YouTube video that ends up somehow getting millions of views. Like, you'll see like people who do this shit in Overwatch, and it's like, oh my god, and it's like, yeah, there you go, dude. And it's like, that's that answer that I guess what people will call them lefties, SJWs, liberals, that they they want to call out the problem, but they're not coming up with actual solutions that like work. But a solution like that, where it's like you just bubble the toxic person in a way where it's like, instead of just banning them and them coming back on the alt and keep doing it, you humiliate them, and that's where we go. And by the way, guys, I'm black, so don't be a little too crazy if I might throw out the N-word here and there. And like, sometimes a nigga just gotta say nigga, and I just can't help it. Like, it happened. That's another thing is I don't use my voice, because I know if I get a little bit too hype, I might throw out a few slurs and I might get etiquette off of Twitch or something. And it's like, yeah, I kind of gotta dodge that shit.
Yeah. Luckily, only I have to worry about it right now, right?
Don't worry, you'll be fine. As long as you don't get like mass reports or some shit, like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, alright, y'all need to chill. First of all, it's like sometimes niggas just get a little too hype, and sometimes it just happens. It's like, I mean, I get it if it's just some white boy. It's like, oh my god, it was just a heated gaming moment, Mr. PewDiePie himself. Actually, it's just too funny, but you know, it's like that's another problem for another day. Like, I could go on and on about being a black YouTuber and like how heavily you do have to censor yourself. It's like, you have people like Sky Williams. If you ever followed League of Legends, there's like this, you know, black gamer, gay guy. Is like, he's a pretty cool dude, and it's like, YouTube and Twitch gives him so much shit just for being black, because, you know, that's just kind of how some of us are. Like, we'll be, you know, we get a little too rowdy, and it's like, but Mr. White guy over there that just said it doesn't get shit done to him, and it's like, but yeah, let's leave that for another topic for another day and get back to the fast. So what about this So Lame you wanted to show me? Yeah,
you were just talking about Rimbo earlier. This is his Soleil. He wanted you to check it out. It's kind of special. I've used this Soleil in Rival Domains and Grand Conquest. Like, it just leads the way.
Man. Dude, I recorded this match with this shield post Pavice Ryoma, and it was like, it took me like 4 turns to it could have taken me like 4 turns to kill him, because every time you hit him, the Pavis would go off, and he would always just get the reduced damage. Even if, and this is like my Sheeta was faster than me. It wasn't even sword breaker Sheeta. I was just naturally faster than this plus speed Ryoma, but it was like the most hilarious thing, and that's probably gonna be I was recording for my arena video next week, so that's actually gonna be in there. It's gonna be kind of fun. It's gonna be kind of hybrid. So like, y'all you know, look out for that. It was the last match too, so it was definitely very interesting.
All right. So yeah, you fully know how good this kind of build is. It's just, honestly, it's ridiculous, because when you think about it, the game was so dead set on being pure offensive for the longest time, and now we have these like defensive builds that work so well.
People were doing these pure offense builds, but what I was doing before anybody else was like, I just had Wary Fighter Gwendolyn with water boost and Berkut's Lance, so absolutely nothing in the game would one-shot her. But some would get kind of close, so they would attack this Gwendolyn, or they would let the Gwendolyn attack them. And then the rest of the team with, with the triple wings of mercy shit that I do all the time, and it's like, they would just get me like the most wild defense wins, and it's like, I fucking love that shit. It's just like, coming up, like, I really wish people would demand that we could see replays of our defense wins,
that would be such a big
because
thing.
I would just do nothing but build defense teams, just to see them, just to see how people fight it, and be able to refine like the most amazing defense team ever.
That actually be so easy to do,
the most lit shit ever. Like, oh my god, I would love the fuck out of that. Like, that's one quality of life I want out of this game right now. It's like,
and it's not even hard.
Defense replaying.
That's not even hard too. Like, they could just remember the steps, like, and then they could remember the builds. It wouldn't even take like that much extra data too. So, man, yeah, Nintendo needs to get on that. That'd make this game so much sicker.
Oh man, for sure. Like this game's already like a gigabyte large, so whatever plans they wanted to save space on, it's already.
Oh
game's
yeah.
already big.
Is Frenzy still here?
What do I have up right now anyway?
Oh, you got your There's someone with a tome. Damn, how did I forget? It was.
I want you to see
Oh,
this masterpiece. This meme machine.
I think Brennan was talking about doing this too. I don't even get you guys. Dancers, you guys just put Dancer Stone off somebody else to do Breath of Life. Ugh. It makes me so sad.
This is like the literally most perfect ass thing you can do for like a true duo. Where it's like you have Boy, I just got my boy sitting there like he's just like tanking shit. He's like, I fight all you bitches today. Come with me. It's like, and it's like if he does take a little bit too damage, boom, right there, 21 health right there, my nigga. It's like you don't even gotta use a healer. You ain't even dancer. It's like boom, right there. That's a free ass 21. Like maybe I'll give her Wind Sweep or Water Sweep, but she kills shit, so it's like it doesn't really matter. Also, the attack death bond was just like for like really specific shit because I didn't have like close counter, and because patching up her defense with the 41 HP really helps her physical bulk. It's really it looks silly on paper, but it helps her live so much shit because she can't get doubled anyway by most stuff. Especially when she's nearby Bowie.
Yeah, with the buffs. You should talk to Brennan sometime. You two both have this. I think you both made this same build. He loves attack bonds. He loves bond skills, and he did this Sorcerer's Stone on a blue mage of his as well. It's like, yeah.
Who's that cutie on your Facebook profile?
Wow, it's been a while since I've seen Cecilia. It's that was from. I knew her back in elementary school.
Damn.
Like childhood friends, man.
Damn, y'all go way back.
Yeah. Damn, dude, you like put all the skills on her.
Yeah, I kind of look for the attack defense res spur. So I used that in a video recently too, and that was kind of fun.
All right, I want to show you Brennan. Brennan, is this what you want to show him? Probably not. Wait, what is this? Oh, Sealed Falchion. What do you think of Sealed Falchion anyways? Odd wave attack? Oh god. This is Brennan.
On attack wave. Alright. Sure.
This guy...
What you go in there?
This guy stayed up until reset yesterday, and we were talking about things, and he was telling me how he needed at least 6 Ishtars, 5 for odd attack wave, and I think just one to use. So, yeah, I can see it now.
I kind of like the idea behind combining Seal Falchion with Life and Death because it kind of nullifies that. When you're below 100 HP, it kind of nullifies that defense and res loss that you normally get. But at the same time, you're usually, if you're not at 100% HP, you're usually kind of lowish. So unless something was already not doing damage to you, that extra boost isn't as great as it could be unless you do Fury Desperation. Where you're getting that extra 5 attacking speed, and then it starts to make a little more sense.
Yeah, because Life and Death Desperation, you kind of need to get hit. So I don't think you want to get hit defensively because at 42 speed, you might not double back. Not to mention, you would take a lot of damage. So if anything else touches you after that, you're kind of screwed. Whereas with like Fury Desperation, you can just attack a mage or something, and you'd be perfectly fine going to Sealed Falchion percentage.
Yeah, especially Lucina. I mean, this Lucina only has 55 magic bulk at fully, so it's like there are a lot of units that go past 55. Like this thing would get one shot by things like Lilina and other red mages that can pass 55 attack, or even a few green ones that like are super like bulky, like, or just super huge on attack stats like Grima.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad you agree that Brennan sucks at this game, that he should, probably quit sometime soon. Anyways, let's go through a few more heroes, and then I think I'll call it a day. It's 2:04 a.m. I'm gonna try and start jogging at 8 a.m. every morning now, so Gotta put in gotta sleep in time for that. Anyone want to get their heroes checked out while Marbels is still here? Oh, Ranmix.
What I do now is like,
yeah,
a lot of times I don't have time to go jogging, but sometimes on my arcade days, I'll just spend my entire arcade day just playing DDR and like, yeah, this is good enough for my cardio. I'm getting a lot better at the game too. It's like,
wait, you still go to arcades? Well, I don't even know a local arcade. Jeez.
Yeah, it's like it's a 40-minute drive, so I don't do it as much. It's like a once a week thing.
Ah. Wait, you play DDR? You should get it recorded sometime.
I don't know. I'm not that good. I'm not getting triple A's and quads and shit. No, I can just pass I can pass a few hard songs, but nothing past a 17. Going to like, not yet. I still struggle on almost 16, so that's a thing.
Okay. Look, how much do you value odd attack wave? Because I seem to have a lot of dumb friends now who just put it on everybody for some reason. What is this madness?
It's a cute skill. I mean, if you just really want a self-buffing slot, it sounds cool on paper, but you know, every other turn you're kind of down. So I'm kind of iffy on the skill itself. Like, I like the concept of it. Maybe if they make something like even attack wave that you can put on a friend, and then it's like, you know, give it some more synergistic properties. But this is cool too.
What do you think about the rest of it, though?
I mean, 34. I mean, this is cute, I guess. But, I mean, it's Oliver.
What, Oliver isn't cute?
I mean, he's perfection, but the build is cute. It's not really his best, I'd say.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's Radmax. Brennan says one more show. Okay. What in the world am I seeing? You guys... Okay, well... You guys can do whatever you want with your heroes. It's just a free-to-play player. Whenever I see this stuff, I get kind of sad because it's like that's legitimate costs for random heroes.
Boy, I sure hope nobody was mad I put Blar Serpent on May.
I don't think she's a bad user of that though.
Oh yeah, she's an amazing user of his crystal speed. But you know.
Look, it's Brennan. How am I? I'm not even surprised. Look at this man. Nim, I want to show you
buddy,
my Arthur.
Where's your Safeguard Plus?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, with Safeguard, this would be a lot more complete of a build. Wow, Brennan. Night Raptor Claw. It's using Soul though, which is why I find it a bit weird. But you're right, Safeguard would make this a lot better.
With Soul, with Wood Out, it's like that guaranteed 5 HP heal, even if she were to do no damage. And it is Selena, so she will do no damage. But yeah, that's the idea, I guess. But it's like 5 HP every few turns. It's not like she had like a red egg or something that just healed you after every round of combat, which would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's serious about it. He only has Daylight and Soul Learn, so that's Brennan for you. Guard. I think she'd really need the QR seal, but you know, only one QR seal. When do you think we'll get a second QR seal? He says, okay, killing Lenny now. Leany now. Man, I'm so bad at saying her name.
I think it's pronounced as Lin, or Linny.
I've been told it was.
Lenny.
No, I was told.
Maybe it is Lenny.
Yeah, I was told it was Lenny. Yeah. It's not.
Happy Lenny is a cute Lenny.
Yeah. And I talked about her age in a video saying she was like 14 first. People were like telling me she's like up to 21, and someone told me she's 18, and then I was corrected again today saying she's 14. Like I can't tell how old she is, but she looks like she's fully developed.
Well, that's anime for you. Like the age doesn't exactly matter because it's like all you gotta do is say they're 21. It's like whatever, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the funniest thing.
All that shit.
That's the funniest thing, yeah.
Lenny is also best loud sister, so there's that too.
Oh my, I'm so sick of you guys. What is with you? Everyone who wants to get a review just kills their Ishtar for nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, what do you think? Come on, Marbels.
You guys should probably just subscribe to Lulu Face Zhang instead of doing all of this.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be Dr. Sakura, but I don't believe in Dr. Sakura as much as
Same.
the Sixth Path of Pain Azama.
Okay, well, yeah, I believe in Azama. Chip damage Azama's nice.
Or Ultimate Wall Azama.
I need to probably watch a bit more videos on defensive healers. Though my favorite video still of all time about healers was the Sakura team taking on Legion Grand Hero Battle back when Legion Grand Hero Battle was still seen as one of the toughest Grand Hero battles. It's been like,
man, I wonder what Sakura Whale is up to now. I wonder if he still plays.
oh yeah. It's been a while seeing those guys. Those guys were cool, man. Do you still remember like back in the day getting like random FEH videos from like Japan and you just see this crazy shit? I miss those days.
Man, those were great. Like there was the one guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he used to just do Grand Hero battles with like 3-star units, and it was amazing. Long live that guy. He eventually quit, but he was amazing.
Oh, do you remember this guy called Itchy Backside?
I remember him too.
Yeah, he quit too. It makes me sad because like back then when I was first starting out, these guys were like so cool, and then now they're gone.
MKV the God, that was his name.
RP MKV. Bitch, it's been a year. I'm a lot of people. If you think about it, in terms of like time frame stuff, they quit like in 10 months or something like that. It's not even been a year and they quit. Feels like forever now though.
People want to see that Arthur.
Have I passed by an Arthur? I've been looking for an Arthur.
I saw a Raven, but I didn't see an Arthur.
Just as you don't know how
You guys making me sad. I can't find you guys.
manage to grow and shape this body of yours. That doesn't mean to say that you're not doing it.
How? Oh wait, on your friends list, how full are you?
Full.
Yeah.
Plus like another 60 just on the tab.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, I hope they just expanded friends list, and I'm already hoping they expanded more. It just can't fit everybody, huh?
I know, right? Maybe 200 would be good.
No. You know, once we reach 200, we're gonna say that's not enough too.
Yeah, just like in Treasure Cruise, 1,500 box space isn't enough. Low key isn't.
Okay, well, he wanted you to check out this Arthur.
It's cute, but I don't see it killing much.
I definitely think
even with the Axe Breaker, it's like the Axe Armor units. He's not really going to kill them.
He's not even do
He can
damage.
somehow actually get the well, he has Slaying Axe. If he lets them initiate, and they double him with like Bold Fighter, he can get the Ignis out and kill them. Especially since he has a 42 defense Ignis.
But he would actually have to. I think he needs 2 Ignis because at 44 attacks, a lot of armor would just shrug that off. Like they'd be taking like virtually no damage from the normal attacks. And Ignis 80% of 40 is like 30, 36, 38 between those two numbers. So he wouldn't kill. He would need to do a bit more damage then.
He could switch Fortress Defense to Close Defense and then put the Close Defense seal on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then have a friend with Defense Tactic, and that'll definitely get the kills for him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he would have to ensure that Ignis goes off.
Because that'll give him 47 attack, and then at plus 10 it'll be 51 attack, so it'll work out for him.
That will work
like,
out,
once
yeah.
he gets the merges and changes a few things.
Yeah, he doesn't have QR, so he's going to have to commit to something like that. Wait, you're actually serious about your Arthur?
Oh yeah, if he uses QRC over Axe Breaker, then it'll be a lot better.
When you played Conquest Marbles, did you actually use Arthur?
Nah, I don't even remember most of my Conquest playthrough.
Okay. Well, I sat Arthur.
Yeah, Conquest wasn't fun to me. Like,
Yeah.
it had good map design, and that's all it kind of had going for it. I don't think I even finished Conquest. I got
jeez.
halfway through maybe, and like, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish Revelations either. Like, I only finished Birthright because it was the first one I played, and it's like, you know what? This game doesn't feel like it needs to be 3 separate campaigns.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the campaigns themselves are not fun.
yeah, that's true.
That's just how I felt about it. It's like,
The story's been hilarious though. It's been so random. I've been enjoying it.
it's so hilariously bad. Jesus, I couldn't finish the game, but I definitely had to look up like how it goes down. Like the shit.
Well,
with
don't
Doctor-
spoil anything. Don't spoil anything though.
Do you have plans of going through Revelations?
Yes.
Okay, fine, I won't.
Okay.
But it's so batshit or stupid. You'll be laughing more than anything.
I was laughing pretty bad at how things are. I'm basically convinced at this point Corrin is a sociopath. Like, he comes out of a moment with Garen, and Garen's like, I'm going to kill you, but I'll give you a second chance. You're going to declare war and like kill all these Hoshidans. He comes out and is like, haha, that went great. I'm gonna go off now. Bye everyone. It's like, it's so weird. It's, oh man, the writing there.
It's not as bad in Birthright. Like, if you had to pick which one of the 3 games actually has some halfway decent writing, Birthright would be like the choice. But the thing with Birthright is just, it's tired cliche after tired cliche, but it's still competently written enough for you to just get through it and not feel too bad about it. But Conquest is a shit show, and Revelations is even worse. Oh my god.
Okay, Brennan says he has the 3rd Ishtar murder up. And one person said, how's he gonna get the attack? I think it was Hozak. And they're like, put odd weight of attack on it. I'm kind of sick of you people just like killing your Ishtars. Why?
At least this one makes a little more sense.
Like our entire day has been reviewing heroes with odd attack waves. Like, what is this?
People are just kind of overhyping the concept of being able to buff yourself.
I really value Ishtar. I don't know why nobody else seems to value Ishtar.
It's because, like, at the end of the day, she's a high tier, but she's the same kind of high tier that Lute Delthea and Lend are. Like, she's in the same spot. She might be better than the 3 of them if you really want to get technical about it, but she's not too much different than the other high tier blue mages. So it's like, well, you know what? I already got the other ones. I don't need to keep her unless, you know, they like her. But, you know, we're playing with mostly the newer American audience that doesn't really know much about technology anyway. So
yeah.
they don't really value Ishtar as a favorite character right now. They probably will in time, but you know.
That is debatable because Nintendo apparently talked about not putting the Virtual Console on the Switch, which is questionable, but I've been reading articles on that. It's weird.
Seems like a rumor. It seems like they're probably going to do something different than the Virtual Console instead of just the Virtual Console again.
I'll also hope, for God's sakes, I don't want to keep buying the same games over and over again on the 3DS, the Wii U. Like, I don't want to buy Fire Emblem, you know, Sacred Stones for the 3rd time. That'd be insane.
I would love to buy Mother 3 though.
Oh yeah. I need to make some time to play the Earthbound series.
People feel like Mother 3, some of the messages in that game or some of the way certain characters are portrayed would be not suitable for the current political climate in America, but I think it's the opposite. I think it's the perfect game for people to get on board with, like some positive fucking representation, like that kind of shit that people are wanting, but people aren't looking for it because it was always there, but people aren't looking for it because it's not an official American game. Like, you're not going to convince the people that want this type of representation to go download an emulator and play Mother 3. It's just not going to happen. The only way these people will probably really get this game in their spotlight and to show them that the representation that they really want is there and behind an amazingly written game is for a Nintendo to actually bring the game to the States officially. And that's how I feel about it. It sucks because the game, the trilogy in general, is like a literal fucking masterpiece, and it's like I feel so bad that people missed out on it.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to play it, so I'll probably agree.
Plus, with the original Mother 2 Earthbound, like there was like they have to dance around the legal battle of the references they use and stuff. Like Earthbound got a heavy amount of censoring for like copyrights and stuff. So like that's another thing that kind of stops people from stops them from wanting to bring Mother 3, because Mother 3 has that same type of charm where it has all these, it's just jam-packed with references and like stuff where it's like you might be dancing on like trying to get a lot of trademark clears and copyright clearings, and it's like it's its own headache. That's the original reason Mother 3 couldn't like come to the States, and that's probably still a reason, on top of like the current political climate. And it's like, I mean, it kind of sucks. Like it's just like you have this amazing game that people are missing out on. It's like even a heavily censored version, I'd be like, at least they'd be kind of getting the experience. It might even change the experience for the better. Like, I'm not a fan of localizations in general, like where they try to change things to like quote unquote fit the audience it's being presented to, because sometimes it'll take away certain things. Like it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but sometimes changing out jokes or whatever is cool and all. Like Fooly Cooly does it. Like a localized Fooly Cooly is a lot better to me than the original for that reason. But sometimes you'll get things like the entire everything past Awakening as far as Fire Emblem localization goes is a crapshoot. I think 8.4 did okay with Echoes, but you know, we had that whole
What should I do?
Fate's writing was made arguably worse by the localization. Like they were trying to fix a game that already had its various problems with its terrible writing, and it's like, you didn't fix it. Not only did you not fix it, but you made it worse. It's like, yeah, maybe I don't want to believe in the ideas of localization, especially if they're going to try to mess with dialogue in such a way that it just completely destroys a terrible story that makes it even worse. And that's another reason why base gets so much backlash from the community. It's like
Yes?
everything that you could think to be wrong with the Fire Emblem game is wrong in Fates, and it's like no wonder people hate this
Not
game so
scared.
much. And it's like, I mean, people who got into the game with it, they'll
probably like it.
They'll realize it, and
Show
they'll
me
go
the
back
way.
onto the game after playing the other ones. That's why you'll see grandpas try to encourage newer fans to play the older games to see what the real Fire Emblem experience is. And I mean, it makes sense. Of course, that's what you want. You want people to play the good parts of the game. But it's like, you know how fandoms are. They're a little bit on the rabbit side on certain subjects. And
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get why, and this just comes down to what every fandom does. So it's
Yes?
like, oh, everyone's saying the Fire Emblem community is toxic.
What
It's not
should I
toxic.
do?
It's honestly just pretty normal.
Of course.
Like,
Yeah.
this is just the typical things
Very
you have
well.
to deal with in fandom.
Well, fandoms, yeah.
It's nothing new. It's in
Yes?
every fandom. There's always that small percentage that sort of ruins it for a lot of people, and that sucker's dead.
Yeah, I realized that. I was like, well, I can't save everybody.
Oh well. With the new quality of life patch, you know,
Yes?
all
I
the
know.
that you got is same, so it's like you can brute
Show me
force
the
it if
way.
you want to. And it's pretty fun.
Best wishes.
I'm like out of
Stand
stuff to use
aside.
my stamina.
I am too. Honestly, I needed an excuse to burn stamina before the Grand Hero battle change. I was just auto battling
Very well.
chain challenges for HM farming,
Same.
and now that
Hmm?
you can just do the HM
Yes?
farming through Grand Hero battles that
Yes?
costs 0 stamina, it's like, well, there's
Yep.
no point anymore.
Yep.
So now my stamina just kind of
What
sits
should I
there
do?
until
Stand aside.
I need to level up a unit or an event happen
Of
or
course.
something like that. And it's
Very
like,
well.
people are feeling like they probably still do it the other way because they don't have a macro or they're
Yes?
using their phone. But it's like,
Best
you don't
wishes.
actually need a
Yes.
macro to do it because if your internet is halfway
Show
decent,
me the
just
way.
manually playing
Stand
it
aside.
like I've been doing for a lot of them, it's like you can just click while you're watching anime or something, and it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's pretty easy.
yeah, it's so easy. Like setting up the auto battle can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, which is its own set of things. But once you got the auto battle going, you can just look down at your phone every 2 seconds, and it's like, there you go.
New
That's
year, new
you just
resolve.
found a way to farm HM for your feathers, and it's like, that's pretty great. That's one of the best quality of life changes we've had. It also encourages people to do more solos and shit for videos, and that's really definitely an amazing quality of life change. Another reason why I can definitely leave Nintendo and the stuff they do. It's like, if they keep up with these like high-end quality of life changes, I can keep going. I feel like it did. Like, as long as the game stays fun and people enjoy my content, it's like, it's not like I'm doing the content because it's like a job or anything. I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it for everyone else, and that's why I think that's why a lot of people kind of stick around my content, because it doesn't feel soulless, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, because it's like, it's for fun. Like, if it's not fun, I'm not doing anything. Like, I tried that with Elsewhere. It was like I was playing a class in the game I didn't even care for because that's what got the views, and it was like, yeah, not again. Like, I probably never do that again. If I quit FEH tomorrow, I quit FEH tomorrow. And we're gonna do new content. Sure, my viewer base would drop again, but it's like, you know, it's not 100% for the not 100% for them. Like, I'm doing stuff for them, but I kind of have to enjoy it too. Otherwise, it's not gonna be quality. Then eventually the channel will just dwindle out anyway. So it's like, I'd rather do my genre shift sooner than later, where I'm so burnt out, and you see like where I'm like some huge YouTuber who's like eventually gonna be on Mr. Medicre's videos where he has like where I end up having some retarded ass meltdown and like lash out at fans and some stupid shit. Like have you heard of the dude? What's his name? Wings of Fate or whatever. He was like a really popular COD player. The dude went from just being kind of popular to like this pathetic DSP tier kind of shitter where it's like you just look at those people and it's like everything involving them is like this huge trash fire, which is fun to watch, but you probably don't want to end up like that because you keep trying to do things that you hate and doing what you should be doing for fun as a job. And that's how I feel about that.
Everyone else is like too formal for me to feel that. There's some people especially like it just feels like it's completely soulless.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like get your money how you want to get your money. It's like you get your money and it's like, you know, you do you. It's like that's why I don't like mind people like you know, Sage Master. It's like you know, get your money how you want to get your money. Like I may not like the process myself. It's like, but you know, if this gets you money, if this is what you want to do, go for it, man. It's like,
well, it's pretty clear.
It's all this money doing out here, man. Go get your money.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. All right.
PM1, his stuff feels really genuine. For the most part, like I like his stuff.
Yeah, he's so clean.
Like I wish I could have like the ethic to like update my thumbnails and make myself a lot more presentable, because it's like my content's nice and all, but I feel like sometimes I don't put enough into my my PR, my marketing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of just doing my own thing where it's like, I don't know, I kind of want to put a little more consistency into it, because it's like, even though it's not a job, quote unquote, I do kind of want to fall in line with the algorithms a little more, where it's like, even if I'm slowly growing, I'm still growing. And it's like, I kind of want that much. And I know one of the things I know, like my end game for that is to finally start streaming again, but
internet, yeah.
I don't know how long until that would happen.
That sucks. Like I'd love to see if you stream one day. So wait, right now you're still on your cell phone. Like how's that even work anymore?
Well,
is there any way to go? Yeah.
Recently, I got a new cell phone, so it's been working a lot better than usual. It's been a lot stable. It's been a little more stable, but I don't think it's like I'm going to live stream off my phone material kind of thing. But it's definitely a lot more stable than what I used to have, where it's like dropping every 10 seconds or every other hour. It's like I can leave it up for a whole day and get maybe not like quality, but it's like livable internet basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, you use a phone tether. Like you just you download PDA-net, you hide your tether usage from your carrier, like so they don't throttle your data too much. So it basically be like, if you have an unlimited data plan, but you have a limit on how much you can use a phone hotspot or tethering, kind of like what Metro PCS does, which is what I have right now. Is like they'll throttle you if you use too much of that type of data. But if you can hide your ability to if you hide that and make it look like it's just normal phone usage, then you can pretty much keep it up indefinitely. But I don't know if they found out, but recently what they'll do is, after you've downloaded a certain amount of data, instead of throttling you, they'll lower your priority when it's busy. Like if there's a lot of people around, you'll go slower because you're lower on the priority totem. But since I live up in the mountains, that doesn't really seem to be an issue for me. It's its own type of suffering, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as it used to be.
That's good. I I still can't imagine that. Like, one of my biggest issues with moving back home was my parents had like really bad internet. That was like the first thing I had to get fixed here. Okay. Alright, I think I should go to bed. 2:30 a.m. It's starting to get late. Gotta jog in the morning.
Resets in like 30 minutes.
There's nothing this reset though, I think.
Yeah, there's nothing this reset, which is cool. Plus, this will be good because I probably want to get up. Well, I'm probably not going to get up early. I don't have work till like the next afternoon.
Okay. Alright, Marbles. Happy birthday again, dude. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for letting me drop in on the stream again.
No,
So
anytime.
Suddenly-ish, I guess.
Anytime, dude. It's a lot of fun with you.
Yeah, I bet. Although, you probably lose a lot of money because I have no skills. You probably get demonetized like hell when I'm a guest.
I don't know. It's never happened yet. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, you might be fine though. Slip of the tongue never really hurt anybody. But then again, you have people like Jaltoid who just do not. They're like, I love. They're like my favorite Let's Players because they don't have a feel. They're also like one of the most adorable like real life couples I've ever seen. Like, oh my god, they're just so great together and they're really fun to watch. And it's like every now and then they'll get demonetized, but it's like
Yeah.
you know, sometimes their comments do slip through the cracks and they do pretty fun. And they do fun stuff. I just wish they were. I wish they could actually finish some games though. So, but
yeah.
they shine a lot better when they do party games and stuff like Mario Party and Snipper Clips. And like that's usually their best content because they don't have to worry about finishing the game. Like as much as I like for them to finish Kirby or Shantae and all this other stuff they start, I'd love to see the end into the booby gay stuff. But it's more about watching them than it is like the gameplay. Kind of like how some people watch Game Grumps, but honestly, they're not as charming ever since John Tron left. And I'm still on that because it's like it was just never the same after that for them. And I eventually stopped watching them. I'll watch them for the occasional game that's like super popular, like. But yeah, other than that, it's more about the people playing than in the gameplay itself. Like if I do want the good gameplay and the commentary, there's Oni Plays, like he's really good. There's Rao Cow, but not everybody is like on quality gameplay. It's usually quality personality, and that's one of the things people, like about some of these people. Like if you look at, especially if you look at somebody like even in a Fire League, like Sage Matcher has a lot of charm to him. Like I can see why people gravitate to him.
Yeah, same
on
here.
top of his methods. But anyway, go to bed.
Yeah, I will. But again, thanks so much for coming by. It's always been cool.
All right, I'm out. Later.
Later. Night. Alright guys, let's find someone to host and then we'll call it a day. Oh, I actually should have learned all the skills. Oh shit. Well. Whoopsies. I should have learned all the skills from Priscilla before merging her off, but okay. Anyways guys, let's find someone to host and then we'll call it a day. I goofed, I know. Usually I always check, but I thought I did. Anyways, it's okay. It's no big deal. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna find someone to host, but that'll be it for today. It was a lot of fun. It was Marbels' birthday, and I wanted to play some FEH. And yeah, having Marbles along is always a lot of fun. Good job, Goober. Shut up. Shut up, 2GP. Guys, I'm not a goober, right? No, I shouldn't even ask you guys. You guys are biased. You guys are going to say I'm a goober. I'm not a goober. This isn't even up for discussion. I'm just not a goober. What even is a goober anyways? Okay, well, I grouped that up, but whatever. Generally, it's okay. No, you're a Gruber. Well, it looks like there's no one to host. There's no one to host. There's no one to host XD1X. It's always cool to host people that you used to watch before you started streaming. So, raid XD1X. Can we have a message ready? D1X, XD1X is D1. You guys might know him from Melee commentating and Smash 4 commentating. Well, he doesn't really do Melee commentating anymore, but really cool guy. So yeah, Brennan, thanks so much for being here. You and Marbels would be best friends, honestly. So, but yeah, have a great night, guys. I'll stream tomorrow at a normal time. We'll have anime night. I'll try and get back on that. But yeah, tonight gotta go to bed early. Try and jog in the morning. So yeah, see you guys. Love you all, and to D1X.
Crap out of the team. Haru would be important. Morgana for the heals. Ryuji or on. Ryuji. Then again, physical attacks have been getting deflected on just for the simple fact that she heals, I guess. We'll have Nimius. Thank you so much for the host, Nimius. What up, y'all? Yeah. The boy's gonna be jamming some P5. Welcome to the stream.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's save right now. Before you save though, let's get the AFSP adhesive. Shoutouts to Nimius. Okay, who said Badoof Raid? Let's see who Nimius is. Nimius. Who is Nimius, by the way, guys? The kid. For the nuclear coverage, I should have Makotes. For now. She's been like, the nuclear, yeah, there's some guys that have nuclear that, yeah, I get it. Oh, I love that little emote. Nemio. Wow. Yeah, shout out to Nimius. I don't know. It's the first time I've ever seen that username. But I have to say, I truly appreciate the host. Let's get it. Where we at? Haru. Give Haru the young SP adhesive. Oh yeah, I've been jamming some Persona 4. Me in it. Oh, there it is. Nimius says, I used to watch you commentate Smash and watch you before I stream. Oh, thank you so much, Nimius. Truly appreciate the love right there. Yeah, usually I never, if I don't know who the person is, I always get confused. It's cool to have a chance to host me. Well, thank you, Nimio. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're gonna have Haru, Makoto, and Morgana, and of course Falco. So Morgana already has an SP adhesive. Makoto has one. Take one from Yusuke, give it to Haru. Got it. Because Ice hasn't really been helping me out. Yusuke, get the hell up out of here.
No, guys, thanks so much for being here. This is nice.
Also, I'm gonna change the music. I know y'all.
Night, guys.
I know you guys like the music.